The night before the rise of Western Zhou, why King Wen had to oppose Shang. If the fall of a dynasty never happens overnight, then the end of the Shang dynasty really began with King Zhou of Shang. In his later years, King Zhou of Shang was no longer the sharp and capable ruler he once was. Historical records say he became addicted to wine and pleasure, trusted Dodgy too much, and built extravagant projects like the Deer Terrace and the infamous wine pool and meat forest. Even worse, he ruled through fear. Cruel punishments such as burning people alive or cutting out their hearts were used to terrify the nobles. Just hearing about them made people shudder. Over time, King Zhou also lost the trust of the regional lords. The states that once protected the Shang royal house slowly moved from respect to fear, and finally to hatred. Little by little, the mandate of heaven was slipping away from Shang. At this moment, in the western lands, there was a small and unremarkable state called Zhou. Its leader was King Wen of Zhou, later honored as a sage king. King Wen was known for his kindness. He cared for the people and welcomed talented advisors. This kind of influence did not come from the Shang system, and that made King Zhou uneasy. In the end, King Wen was falsely accused and thrown into prison at Yulai. But this imprisonment did not destroy Zhou. Instead, it showed the other lords something clearly for the first time. The Shang king was no longer a symbol of justice. Thanks to the efforts of his ministers and heavy bribes, King Wen was finally released and returned to Zhou's homeland at Mount Qi. What matters most is this. After coming back, King Wen did not raise an army right away. His first focus was internal reform. He abolished harsh laws and calmed the people. He reorganized land and restored farming. He gathered capable men to form Zhou's political core among them. The most important figure was Zhang. In King Wen's mind, opposing Shang was not about power. It was about carrying out justice on behalf of heaven. In foreign affairs, King Wen was extremely cautious. On the surface, Zhou still respected Shang as its overlord. Tributes were paid on time, and his words remained humble. But behind the scenes, Zhou moved step by step, weakening small states loyal to Shang winning overlords who were unhappy with King Zhou, building a stable military and supply system. This was not open rebellion. It was a long, calm, and emotionless preparation for war. Like King Wen's later years, Zhou was far stronger than an ordinary regional state. And Shang, its government was hollow, the lords had turned away, and the people were full of anger. King Wen understood one thing very clearly. The person who would truly overthrow Shang might not be himself. So he left the final decisive move to the next generation. The rise of the Western Zhou did not depend on a sudden surprise attack. It was built through decades of patience, solid institutions, and moral authority. When King Wu of Zhou finally marched east, the Shang dynasty had already lost. On the very day, King Wen returned to Mount Qi. The patient preparation and moral authority built at Mount Qi had already determined the outcome of history.